How we doing, guys? I am in my kitchen, which is being torn apart. There's light in here, huh? Right, I'm gonna. No, usually we really lower it down a little bit. I hope it's okay. I'll wait for people to wait for folks to come on board. And I really went through most of the day watching videos. I was on Facebook and on YouTube a lot, trying to make sense of what's going on in terms of, well, what's going on. Coronavirus and the extension of the business closing. Can't even talk. And I'm not coming to any great conclusions, frankly. So, hi, Nicoletta. How you doing? I'm thinking it's so bright in here. My weeks are busy. I mean, I haven't had time. I moved in here 3 years ago, and I'm just now doing some remodeling and moving things around. Hey, Erin, Allie. So, yeah, I'm kind of trying to get caught up and maybe even do some painting soon. Hey, Tinny. Now I can't even see them. I can half see. Debbie and Myrna. Hi, guys. Erin, wow, hello. So that's what I've been doing when I'm, and also I mowed the lawn yesterday, getting going on some yard work. So busy. Got a new dog. I think I posted on Facebook, but in my Shelton house, there was a very old neighbor's, myself and my ex-husband used to help out. He still brings out their garbage and was over there. I did some help with the computer and different whatever. And she unexpectedly died very suddenly. He's in a facility, and they left behind a cat and a dog. And so I took the dog and Roy has the cat, and that's been fun. She's actually integrated beautifully into my insane household. She's a little Maltese, but in the meantime, my 14-year-old dachshund went into heat. And my basset hound is losing his mind. I'm going to have him neutered, and all the places are closed. So it's just been a big free-for-all. Huge free-for-all. So that's what I've been up to, trying to control animals, trying to remodel, paint, get ready for painting, and Patty, Lisa. Hey, Noreen. Lisa, how are you? Okay, so what are we going to talk about? Really was like, what can I talk about? I did want to say, I've been posting about the closing and the extension, and I am angry because some businesses can be open, some can't be open, and that strikes me as unfair. When you can let a liquor store be open, then you should probably let every small business be open. And what's really upsetting me is I know so many businesses, so many people who are losing their businesses because of this closure. So if you were to say everything has to be closed to save lives, I'm on board with that 100%. And I want to say again, I am complying completely. But when you say to me, well, you can't be open and this business can't be open, but the liquor stores can be open, and this can be open, but that can't be open. And you can go here, but you can't go there. And that whole thing I talked about, just weeks ago really hit home because I was hearing about more and more people that I know losing their businesses. So that's where I was not trolling for sympathy. I am going to weather this. I've been anticipating this. So I've been putting away money a little bit every week for the past 3 years, planning for an emergency, and here we are. So I can weather it, but lots of other people couldn't. And 3 years ago, I couldn't have either. So I'm not trolling for sympathy. I'm not trolling for business. In fact, China has our online store ready to go. And I said, nope, we're going to wait till this is over with. I don't want people spending money on Magick. And as much as I believe in Magick and as much as Magick works, you eat first. You got to pay your bills. You've got to put gas in your car. And I'll tell you, Mandy Oro, a friend of mine, high priestess actually, gave me the best analogy for Magick that I ever heard. And it was that Magick can be compared to when you're making soup. What do? You brown your meat, your onion, you add your vegetables, add water, and that's the basic ingredients for soup, right? Meat, vegetables. If you're not gonna do meat, vegetables, right? Onion, little oil maybe. But if you don't add seasoning and salt, it's never gonna taste good. And Magick is like the seasoning and the salt. It's energetic will. It's and so it moves the work along the same way the seasonings and the salt turn a pot of basically water vegetable meat into soup. So that's Magick. But you can't do job magic and not put on a resume and not put applications out, not get yourself ready for an interview. You can't do love magic and sit in your house. I've talked about this so many times. I don't want to go over it again, but there's some sort of action has to happen with it. So as far as the coronavirus is concerned, I don't want people doing health candles and not realizing, no, you still have to be careful. You still have to do social distancing. There's things you still need to do to stay healthy. And so anyway, that's my logic. That's my reasoning. I'm certainly doing private readings and blessedly grateful for those, and doing curbside deliveries. So if you're looking for something, yes, I can. Yes, we're putting together bags and selling that way. So in thinking about this time, I do want to make it clear that again, people were like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Like, no, I'm saying I'm okay. That's in the post. I'm okay. We're reopening. In fact, China and I will be downstairs doing some painting, cleaning, reorganizing. We have stuff we're crafting. We're moving things around, and so we'll be. And I've been placing orders, so we'll be reopening bigger, better, stronger, ready to go. So just be clear, we're good. Okay. In terms of the magic, and then I realized, oh my God, next Friday is May 1st. It's May Day. May Day is such a magical day. It's Beltane. So there are so many legends and rituals around this amazing magical day. One of the most important is it's a fire Sabbath. And so the bonfire on the 30th, the day before, dancing around clockwise. They used to drive their cattle through the embers and the smoke from the Beltane fire being very sacred and also very cleansing, protective. It's a very sexual, all about courtship and romance. People did a lot of spells to learn the letters of their future spouse's first name. The maypole done in the morning of May Day. It was very phallic, very sexual, and very fun. But we always say pagans didn't lose their sense of humor around the sexuality. The Christians took the joy out of that, but the pagans kept it going, kept it happy, kept it light, because sex for us, however you celebrate or practice it, even if you're celibate, it's still not seen as a sin. That's a key difference. And so when you don't make something into a sin and you're not going to hell for having fun, life is a lot more fun. We live a lot more. So the fire going, if you can, on the 30th, get a bonfire outside. Great idea. Rowan wood, which is from Europe, and I'm actually trying to get a rowan wood tree for the backyard this year. And that's actually they're a very large shrub, reality. Northern ash, I think, is the equivalent. And we do have them around here, but if you can cut some twigs from northern ash, I know it's an ash tree, and you carry them 3 times around the bonfire, and then you bring those in the house and place them for good luck. Let's see, what else did I have? Anything to do with planting, anything you can put in the ground. And because we're in the first quarter of the moon, above ground flowering crops, spinach, lettuce, cucumber, corn are all planted. A little early in Connecticut for corn, but perfect for spinach and lettuce. They're cool weather crops. So even doing a little bit of planting outside, May Day morning, Beltane morning, before the dawn, before the sun comes up, going outside, either rolling around in the dew, that'll get the neighbors talking, naked or naked, you want to do it in clothes on, or just washing your face with dew is said to bring in beauty and enhance enhance your attractiveness for the year to come. Oh, May baskets are an old tradition, but what a great time to do them. Getting little baskets together, and I remember making these out of the little plastic strawberry. Remember making? I mean, you guys must have made them with pipe cleaners and those little strawberry baskets, and you wove them with that, and you made little handles, and then a little bit of Easter grass, and bringing those home as the school craft. But if you wanted to make them, the May baskets were left on the front door or on the doorknob of anyone who was shut in, the elderly, someone you were interested in, friends and family. So what a cute thing to do with your kids, to maybe go out in the woods, gather some wildflowers. The violets are up, the pansies are out, and get a little Easter grass and make some May baskets, and just put them on the doorknobs. And what a nice thing, right? What else is there to do? Looking at my notes, sorry. Oh, I love this one. May Day, at noon. So May Day is when the sun has come back to us, and now from May 1st through the summer solstice just gets stronger. And so you sing down the sun at noon, go outside and just sing. And it doesn't matter what you sing, any song from the heart will do. But sing a song, and you're singing. We talk about bringing down the moon, right? But this is singing down the sun. I'm a Leo rising, so I love solar. Anything to do with the solar, I'm a fan. So that is a really cool tradition. I was trying to think of things, look for things that didn't cost any money. It's just not the time for anything that's going to cost. So just some things to celebrate and connect with the deities, the gods, the goddess, and yeah, that's what I've got. There's lots more. There's a lot. You go just look up May Day Magic, Beltane Magic, Beltane or Aine. But plant something, anything. Celebrate the earth. Okay, so that's what I got for that. And I love the May basket idea. That's one of my favorite things. So, and anyway, what's going on with y'all? Let me just see what's happening here. Just starting your garden. Yep. Hey, Lean. All right. All right. So I genuinely, my head was spinning all day on the computer, too much time on the computer. And looking on Pinterest, I've got some great ideas for some new things for the store. So it was in my head a lot today. Did a reading earlier. So with the Tarotscopes, I really couldn't think of any new spreads to do. I'll stick to the old 6-card spread. And it's getting harder because we're stuck in place. So trying to see out past what's going on for the next 4 or 6 weeks is been tricky. And if I seem cranky on some of the Facebook posts, I can't share with you what's in my private messages or what I'm getting texted or called about. But there are people who are trapped in the house together, and it's miserable. And yes, there's abuse. I can tell you there's abuse, and there's no place to go to. And so it's not a great time. So it plays against, and if you are having a good time, and if this is a good time for you in terms of a chronication, and I'm not knocking that. God, everyone needs a break. But for some people, it really is a wretched time. We're not all experiencing this on equal footing. Many people, I've been out of work now it's been 4 weeks, I think, maybe 5. But there's the hairdressers and the nail technicians and massage people have been out much longer. At least 2 weeks before I was out, they were out of work. And they're just like, we don't know how to survive. It's really bad. And the stimulus checks don't cut it. They're not cutting it. So if I seem out of sorts, if I'm not I'm pretty good natured, it's because of what I'm hearing and what I'm being told about. It's not fun, guys. Right? A lot of people who had jobs pending were expecting to get acceptance letters told they are like on hold because they aren't hiring right now. So they're literally, do I move forward, like waiting for this job? Should I be putting out my resume for someplace else? A lot of frustration. Okay. So let's do Tarotscopes. Let's see what's going on, okay? And I think I will start with Aries. I'm looking at this is bouncing. I thought maybe it wouldn't bounce so much, but I can show you. Of course, let's see, I tore out these 1970s cabinets that were actually rotting here. And I put in, this is from India. I'm pointing, oh my God, okay. I'm pointing there. See that? That dish rack is from India, stainless, and I put in a commercial stainless sink. And I'm doing a unfitted kitchen, which is very 1900s. Before they had kitchen cabinets, they just put up furniture. I'm not going to show you. There's like an old, really cool Hoosier from the turn of the century. And my God, it is a rack in here. So no, I'm not going to show you everything else, but when I'm done, I will. I'm going with stainless steel, sage green, and red. And I was looking to get a red refrigerator, a new fridge, but retro. I made some really cool colors, the retro colors. I wanted to get a red refrigerator. I'm doing a black and white floor and carrying those colors through the rest of the place. So. Anyway, that dish rack was so cool. It came, I bought it from somebody who got it from Anthropology. So I didn't pay Anthropology price for it, I can tell you that. I was going crazy looking for one because they all come out of India. That's what I manufactured, and I just really wanted the stainless over the stainless. And I may end up doing a stainless fridge if I can't. I need a right opening door versus, it needs to open this way as opposed to this way. And they all open this way. They all have the hinge on the right. And that's the new fridges. That's the new retro. There's a Chambers has one, which is really expensive. Then there's some others that aren't anywhere near that price. But crazy money. And then I think you've all seen this because I posted it. Again, ignore the mess. But over here is my little 1920s oven. Oh my God, look at the mess. Okay, anyway. Sorry. The person whose place you have to see is China's. It's amazing. I'm a clutter bug anyways. There's piles everywhere. I'm that person. She's not. It's very organized, like a Russian doll. Everything is fitted into something else. There's boxes inside of boxes, and it's amazing. Her place is amazing. So Orlando. So I do want to do a video, and I've talked to her about that. So we're going to do that. Oh God. I love that oven. I am not a person to get attached to inanimate objects. That's not my thing. I care about people and the animals and plants, but I cannot tell you how much I love that stove. Wow, it's just so cool. And I love cooking on it. And I've had it not refurbished, but I had someone come in and make sure it was safe. And I have because you have to light it with a lighter. You can't, it doesn't have the electric starter. But that also means I would always be able to cook on it if electricity went out. But I do have a very expensive gas sensor and smoke alarm that I put in. Boy, but it is fun to cook on, I have to say. It's good. It's like a little dollhouse stove. All right, what are you doing? What are you doing? Say hi? You say hello? You say hello? No. I gotta get going. right. Okay. Aries. Hey. Okay, Aries, the Page of Wands reversed. Nine of Cups, King of Wands reversed. And then we go into the Chariot, the Seven of Coins reversed, and the Death card. The way I read this short answer is waiting on hold for something, and then like, no, I got to make money. I'm doing something different. I mean, the short answer, and there's good luck around that idea of a change. Now, it could be that you have a student that's been waiting to find out about a school, and it's just that okay, no, I had to make a decision now. I can't wait any longer. That's what the cards read like. And Aries is impatient anyways, but this really is about, I can't wait around for this answer. I can't wait around to see if this is going to work out or not. And even though the Death card and the Seven of Coins reversed, it's like it's just not going to happen. Nothing to do with effort and energy. It's the time we're in. But with the Chariot and the Nine of Cups, there's good luck just going a different direction. It's not about being like at a crossroads. It's more about, I thought I had this, I was waiting for this, I put everything on hold for this, but now it's just taking too long, and I'm going to do something different. Okay. It's like, I'll just throw one more card. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune reverse, stuck in place. So this idea of, you can wait too long. And it really is speaking to career and money, not about romance. And as I said, the Nine of Cups, the Sun, and the Star are the three best cards. Nine of Cups, I do a Nine of Cups wish spell kit. It is your wishes coming true, but you're going to go in a different direction. And I would have to say, it also could be, if you're furloughed, if you're laid off, waiting to find out if you're going back, and some new opportunity presents itself, and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to wait for that. I'm going to take this one. Bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. All right, Aries, it's about new opportunities, taking a new direction. No, easy. Okay. Okay. My oven. I even named the oven because I belong to some old antique appliances on Facebook and some vintage stoves, and it really, so the tradition is to name your stove. So mine's name is Midge. I'm not big on naming cars, and I've never been that person, but anyway. Taurus. Guys, stop. Fun, huh? Okay. Nine of Coins reversed. Ace of Swords. Judgment reversed. Two of Coins. Ace of Coins. Three of Swords reversed. And I got to tell you, it's kind of telling the same stories as Aries, only in different words. But it's kind of the same story. Nine of Coins reversed. Money not coming in. Concerns about money. Judgment reversed, stuck in place, not moving forward. Three of Swords reversed, anxiety. And yet, Ace of Swords, strong communication. Ace of Coins, great money card. Two of Coins. So it's like we got two scenarios here. Hey, stop. Now. The only thing I would say could be different here is, I'm not sure it involves a change. There's a sense of waiting and a sense of being on hold, judgment reversed, anxiety around that, money not coming in, and yet I'm seeing communication, money, and you're back into the working world. If Taurus, you're waiting to find out about opportunities to go back to earning, I think they're right in front of you. I would put this out like 3-4 weeks. So card here. Yeah, Eight of Cups. And Eight of Cups, I think in this case, could be translated into leaving the home. It's often a card of going home or moving into a home or going, but I think in this case, it's actually leaving the home. Yeah. Okay. All right. Gemini. Gemini. Okay, so we have Temperance, Three of Coins reversed, King of Swords, Knight of Cups reversed, the Sun, and the Five of Cups reversed. Well, Temperance and the Sun is always going to be a nice combination because that's balance and success. In this case, one of two scenarios. It could be that you have a young person in the home who has been stuck in the home, who's not earning money. Knight of Cups reversed could be a young man who's, hey, guys, stop. Now. Depressed, not making money. But job and moving forward right here. So it could be that young person who's been young male. Knight of Cups is usually young male. And again, we're talking about coins and we're talking about, I'm going to put this more into money. I'm so sorry. You know what? That's fun. Throw one more card here. It could be with Gemini, it could be reading kind of funny, but the idea of a young, again, going back to a young man who's not going to go, not doing what he was to school for. Three of Wands reversed, dropping out of school, moving forward into work. Putting school on hold. It could also just be the card of moving forward, moving away from. I'm gonna kill the dogs. This is gonna be the night. Come here, Nellie. Come here. Come on, Nellie. Come. Come here. Stop that. Okay. But it also could be losing interest in what you do. It could be losing interest in what you do as a career, and yet not wanting to go back to school, not really wanting to invest your time and energy into school, and moving forward into a different career path. Knight of Coins, and making more money for that matter. So regardless of what's going on, it's whether it's you or it's someone that's in the house with you, a young person you know, it does speak to putting down what you've been doing and really dropping out or not going to school for it, not wanting to go into what you were trained to do and doing something different with an eye to making more money. And I've been hearing a lot about that lately. Just jobs either drying up, no advancement possibilities, not wanting to invest the time and energy into making an advancement happen, and then going ahead and doing something very different. And a lot of people are making very different choices, just making big U-turns in their career. All right. Cancer. Okay, Cancer. 10 of Coins reversed, 7 of Swords reversed, 7 of Cups, the Emperor, the King of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Well, for Cancer, it looks honestly like there's some desire to move here, relocate. Again, on hold. 10 of Coins reversed is not the money isn't there. It looks more like move as opposed to renovating or fixing up a house. The desire to move. The Emperor, the King of Cups, leaving something, leaving toxic behavior, possibly toxic workplace, but this really is not sure what you want to do with this. It almost looks like keeping a job you don't love because you want the transfer opportunity, and then once you transfer, looking for another job. But letting the company get you out there, which, is that ethical? Does it happen all the time? So it also, Queen of Swords reversed, it could also be a card of moving in with your father. Queen of Swords reversed, getting away from someone toxic. Female, Queen of Swords. And possibly husband being offered a job, a promotion, and then moving the family. And I will say, if you're not altogether gung-ho with the idea of moving, I think you're going to have to move anyway. I think this would be like the breadwinner, the person who supports the family having an opportunity to go, and you're kind of going to go with them. There's no other option here. There's a sense of really not wanting to. And I'm going to say this is also career driven. This isn't about. But there's. Hey guys, Nellie, come here. Come here, Noah, come here. So my 14-year-old dachshund went into heat. That's what you're hearing. She went into heat at 14. And my basset hound, and it's why I'm up here and not downstairs, because I don't want the dogs just barking like idiots when I'm downstairs in the store. But they've lost their minds. It's awful. And I was planning on getting him fixed this spring. He's 2 years old, and you want them to fully develop their bone structure before you do that. And it's a lot of fun. I've got CBD oil for the dog, and nothing is really calming him down or her down. They're nuts. Nothing can happen. She weighs 4 pounds. He weighs 50, and it's not happening. It won't happen. And she's 14, like I said. But makes for an interesting life at home. Lots of noise. Okay, Leo. Leo's pretty good here. We have the Lovers. We have the World. We have the Five of Wands reversed. We have the Magician, Strength, and the Four of Swords. Man, Leo. It's like, man, these are just great cards. And I got to tell you, you couldn't ask for a better spread of cards. So the Lovers, the World, and the Five of Wands reversed is like agreeing to disagree. It's like, you know what? We've been debating this, and we're just going to let it go. And I mean, Leo, if you're looking for a new job, the Magician speaks to being great at what you do. Strength is right in front of you. The Four of Swords is relief after a lot of hard work. Whole new world. Throw one more card here just to see if there's the Five of Coins reversed. I mean, money turning around. Things are, if you're waiting to go back to work, it's right there. And there's a sense of relief of that. But if you've been home, I would say you're probably happily home. With people you love. I know there's got to be Leos out there who are just miserable at home. But it seems like this time, even for them, the Five of Wands reversed would suggest that listen, being in close quarters with somebody you don't agree with, you're being forced to make some decisions. And there's a sense of relief. Oh my God, we got that off our chest, or we've made a decision. Financially, it's secure, strength is here. So the decision, there's no broken hearts. It's really about forward motion and a new life. And I'll be honest with you, the only negative here could be for some of you, that decision that, again, that thing that is, it may be to break up. It may be, you know what, this is run its course. The Hermit is here, but it's amicable. If there's a breakup here, if that's what's happening to some of you out there, it's amicable. The decision to not be partnered anymore. Again, it's the Lovers is the first card up. I don't, if, it's a really big if, that was the decision. Wow, we're just really not meant to be together. Again, it's like, thank God we said this. Thank God it's out in the open. And it's being done with a lot of care and mutual respect. But it doesn't really read that way. It really reads more like making a decision possibly to go off into your own business, which Leo loves to do anyways. Most Leos have their own businesses. They really are not ones to take orders from other people. And there's a sense of relief in that again. But it's, yeah, really is about loving your life, regardless of what's going on. It's really about loving your life. I don't even know if that would help with her at this point. I don't know that the doggy diapers, yeah. Because they can't mate, but the whining and the following her around and the constant pawing, and that's what I'm dealing with. I even tried to have her go spend some time at someone else's house, and he was out of his mind, not eating. So that wasn't the answer, and she was going crazy. So, oh boy, dog drama, little dog soap opera I got going on here. All right, Virgo, 7 of Wands, Empress reversed, King of Coins, the Moon, the Fool, the 2 of Cups reversed. Well, Virgo has you working. 7 of Wands, the Fool, the King of Coins. The Empress reversed and the Moon. Is often a female out of power. Okay, so if it's a woman who's been furloughed or laid off, now she's getting depressed. There could be an addiction issue that's rearing its ugly head. Moving forward, the Queen of Cups and the King of Coins upright and the 2 of Cups reversed. It really does speak to people that want different things. And no one's the bad guy here, but this is hard on Virgo. It's what the kids would call low key depressed. It's and probably hiding it very well. But again, the Empress reverse is female out of power. Female out of power. Either furloughed, but more likely in this case, coming to realize that, again, it's people that want 2 different things. It's very different than the Leo reading. And here I'm seeing Virgo throwing themselves into work to avoid looking at the relationship. In this case, it really is agree to disagree, but nothing's been settled. And I'm just gonna, and that's what Virgo does. I gotta say, the Earth signs have a bad habit of just eating their feelings, and I'll just work. I'll ignore that this is going on, and I'm going to work instead. And that's a very Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo thing to do. They're good at ignoring problems. And where the fire signs can't ignore them, the water signs just can't emotionally handle it. The air signs, they'll think about it, but the earth signs will avoid it. They can be unavoidant. And as long as things as long as things are steady, they're okay, even though I'm going to say they're not okay. I hope that makes sense. Because Virgo, absolutely, the Nine of Wands has you looking at next steps, career, promotion, all that good stuff. But this idea of again, what low-key depression that you've kept hidden around the Two of Cups reversed, which can be the ending. It also can be the ending of a friendship, but in this case, it's really looking more like relationship or realizing that this isn't going to work out. I was hoping it would. He's a good guy. I'm a good person, but we don't want the same things, and nothing's going to change that. All right. Hey, Faith, how are you? Oh my God, I've never seen. And you know what's really weird? She's 14. She went into heat 2 months ago. She went into heat. I got the dog CBD oil, and I thought, and you know, every 6 months. Although she's been, you know, obviously stretching it out, but yeah, now they're just calmed down. That's good. All right. Here's in my face. All right, guys. Any of this resonating for you? It is just so, it's not flat, but there's not a lot of razzle dazzle. I mean, so much is just on hold. And I mean, the world's on hold. Literally, the whole world's on hold. I was looking and listening to the video that myself and Andrea did about a month ago. It was like a month. I thought it was like years ago, and it was like 4 or 5 weeks ago. It was just before we closed the shop. It was the last fair, and it was the Talisman for Dark that I premiered. And we started by talking about the coronavirus. And I had said, you know, 2 weeks. She was like, 3 weeks. But it felt like it was coming on the heels, or it was coming after it was bigger. And how I remember, I mean, if you watch it, it's on YouTube. It's under videos. It's logged there. And it was interesting, our perspective on how we behave at the beginning of this would be what would determine how things went. And the idea of hoarding, and the idea of it's interesting how, because certainly it's going on longer than 2 or 3 weeks, but it's coming on the heels of something else. It's attached, and of course, there's financial devastation, and a lot of political stuff going on here with this. I don't go into that with the videos. You know that. Go on my Facebook wall. And by the way, again, if you don't like politics, just go on the Talisman and Cauldron page, because there's no politics on the shop page. My personal page, lots of that stuff. There's a lot of stuff. But if that bothers you, you'll be kept in the loop. I post the newsletter. I post the video. Everything is on the Talisman and Cauldron page. So all you'll be missing there is politics. Okay. All right. Libra. Queen of Wands reversed. The Five of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Six of Coins reversed, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Cups. All right. Again, the short read here of these cards would be workaholic, someone who's hard at work, lots of work, enjoys work, really enjoys what they do, but not making enough money, or there's bills to pay, and there's concern of how I'll pay these bills. That's right there. Who do I talk to? Even getting help around debt that's due, a lot of anxiety and how to handle that. I will say with Libra, the Ace of Cups does have you partnered, loving what you do or loving who you're with. There's a sense of that kind of well-being. But there's anxiety around money, paying money back. What do I do here? You know, this sense of, how do I handle this? It looks as though the fears are more like down the line. So let's say you borrowed money, or you know, robbing Peter to pay Paul kind of thing. I am seeing you back at work. I don't see that being a problem. It's more about just how I got to pay the piper at some point, and it's not going to be easy. Four of Wands has you employed, has you busy, has you working, and I think around work is it happens sooner than later. So it's like going back to, it almost be like the anxiety of, oh my God, if I don't get back to work soon, I can't pay the rent. If I don't get back to work soon, I can't pay these bills. And having stalled the bills, or having, stalled as in, calling the company and saying, hey, I can't pay right now. Of course, they are holding them, but they're still going to come due at some point. But I don't see financial failure. I don't see that being an issue. But a lot of anxiety around that. Scorpio has Noreen Ben, and it's coming up too. So fraught with it, with real heartache around kids, around career. And that's like Scorpio, because Scorpio is high drama, high energy. The 8th house, one of the most difficult houses, what they rule. And there's very few weeks where it's like, oh, thank God for once, Scorpio goes unscathed. But Scorpio, Nelly and Noah, stop it now. Go bite them, would you, bird? Scorpio, usually people who incarnate in Scorpio came to this life to learn really big lessons. The 8th house and the 12th house of Pisces are the big emotion, the big hard houses. They're just difficult to anyone who's got planets in one of those houses, the 12th and the 8th, knows things like metamorphic change, death, sex, loneliness, isolation, hidden enemies, betrayal. That's all in those houses. They're just emotional, deep, hard lessons. So it's rare that Scorpio gets a pass. So I'm always like, oh God, I hate to even look at these cards sometimes. Hey. Okay. And the thing is, if it's not the Scorpio, it's usually, I guess this is interesting with Scorpio. Unlike Pisces, many times Pisces bring on their own problems. They're their own worst enemy. Scorpio isn't. Scorpio is keen. They behave almost like an air sign. They're very analytical. But the people around them are the ones who just really bring havoc into their lives. It's not. That's where the Scorpio and Pisces, both water signs, but that's where they differ. So Scorpio, the 8 of Wands, so focusing on career. Scorpio, the Page of Cups reversed is usually a young person who's dealing with depression, anxiety, and it's next to the Ten of Swords, which is not a great combination. Speaks to addiction, speaks to, Ten of Swords is never a great card. Problems, and they seem to be directed to a young person. Page of Cups reversed. The Six of Swords, the Knight of Swords reversed, and the Two of Wands reversed. What you may have happening here is a young person going through a breakup and needing to come home. It could be, that's one way to look at these cards. Because the Six of Swords is usually relocation. Two of Wands reversed, Knight of Swords reversed. I have to tell you too, this could be where someone just shows up at your doorstep. They don't tell you. They just knock on the door and they're like, I got no place else to go. That's there. And that's a problem for you. Because nobody likes that kind of surprise. Hangman in reverse, feeling like a doormat, feeling you've been taken advantage of, feeling like someone is Three of Cups reversed. Honestly, it really does feel that way. And it doesn't feel like it's attached to you, Scorpio. It looks like it's attached to one of your kids or a young person in your life. And I've had a few readings about that, where you've got young people who are, well, they can't pay their rent. There's breakups. There's addiction issues, and it's like I got no place else to go. But it's and it's a begrudging kind of thing. Like, you can come back here for a while, but you know, and that is really how it's reading. Even these cards, the Ace of Wands reversed, the Queen of Coins reversed. Yeah, it's a financial burden too. I mean, the good news is this is somebody who would be going right to work. All right, someone who's friendly, who likes to work. But it really reads that way. It really reads like a young person that's just, I gotta get out of here. I can't do this anymore. And how you handle it. I mean, financially, there's a burden financially. I'm not gonna lie about that. And there's a sense of, feeling like you're being taken advantage of. The Tower. No one wants to let their kids fail. Even in the case of addicts, it's like you don't want your kid living on the street. You don't want that. How are you Scorpios doing? There's a few of you out there. How are things going? Any issues with the kids? Any issues with the young people that you're attached to? I will say this one: you may be this person's last hope. I mean, that's how it reads. Okay, Sagittarius. Devil reversed. The High Priestess. The Two of Swords. Ten of Cups reversed. Eight of Swords reversed. Four of Coins. So for Sag, it's the two of Swords, which is rock in a hard place, and it's the Devil reverse. So that's leaving something toxic, or walking away from something toxic, leaving somebody who's toxic. But it's definitely, if there was ever an addiction issue, well, there's not now. But the Eight of Swords reversed, there's a lot of anxiety around this. It's not an easy decision to make. Ten of Cups reversed, not being happy where you're living. And the Four of Coins, it's like, what do I do for money? It's almost like if you were leaving a bad relationship. You want out of the house, you want to get out of there. There's no broken hearts here, but how are you going to make a living? How are you going to support yourself? I want to get out, but I don't know what I'm going to do. Page of Coins reversed. What do I do? How am I going to swing this? Give me a sec. I'll throw a few more cards. And it could be like a job that's toxic, or a workplace environment that's toxic, but it's like, okay, what do I do? I want to leave this job. What do I do to make money? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for Scorpio, it's usually around you guys. It's usually not that you're bringing it in. But so for Sag, Sag is really the Tower, the Queen of Coins, and the Strength card. If you are, man, Sag is a cat, they land on their feet. The Tower, the Queen of Coins, and Strength. It's like something bad happens, but you land on your feet and you're fine. The Tower could be, someone says, hey, you know what, I want you out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. I have a lot of, sadly, we talk about the messages I get, women who are stuck home with someone who's violent, someone who is toxic, and also not just a spouse or a romantic thing, home with parents that are like that. This isn't working. I want you out of here. But this idea of like a big fight and then you land on your feet, or a big decision, you land on your feet. The person says, okay, get out of here. It's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? And it's, hey, come here. Be all right. Come stay with me. So it's really, with job, it's like, I hate this job. I'm so unhappy with this job. But there's new job. So for Sag, it's like, whatever you're most afraid of, Sag, I mean, you land on your feet. These two cards, the Queen of Coins and the Strength card, that's money and health. So whatever you're worried about, I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be okay. All right, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. A mixed bag here. So we got the Ten of Swords reversed. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Two of Wands. The King of Coins reversed. The Devil reversed. And the Magician. Ten of Swords reversed is you hit the bottom of the barrel and you're on the way up. I mean, that's the Ten of Swords reversed. It's gotten as bad as it's going to get, and now there's only one place to go, and that's up. The Page of Cups and the Two of Wands usually speaks to, the Two of Wands is often a business relationship or a partnership, but there's definite affection there. Page of Cups is sometimes a young person. King of Coins reversed, Devil reversed, Magician. I mean, the King of Coins reversed is usually a man who cares more about money than emotions, someone whose priorities are really screwed up. And the Devil reversed is, again, breaking away from something. I've shuffled the cards, so I'm redoing cards here. But is breaking away from something toxic, something bad for you. I mean, this would be a card of breaking away from someone that makes you really unhappy. You think, oh my God, but the Magician, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is also a card of professional help. It's often that card that job that lands in your lap. Hey, I'm looking for someone. Can you come work for me? Let me help you out with that. It's that fortuitous kind of it's usually career motivated or professionally motivated, but it's good. And it's next to the Magician. So whatever you're breaking away from, whatever you're leaving that was toxic, was difficult, and again, this idea of money being more important than people, it's like, okay, fine, but there you go. And the Lovers. Okay, it's like a whole new. It's good. I mean, these are. Hey, listen. It looks like being in a really bad marriage and leaving for someone who really loves you. That's what it looks like. It's like getting out of a really bad situation and going to something where you're just really happy. That's how these read. Like, hit the bottom of the barrel, can't take this anymore. And Capricorns will hold on. They are loyal, and they like tradition, and so they'll hang on to a marriage longer than they should. They hang on to things longer than they should. But in this case, it's like, you know what? Okay, you're done. I'm done. Fine. And then, bam, we landed in something really wonderful. And the Magician, in any spread, always speaks to someone who's respected for what they do, knows what they know, an expert in the field, master's degree, mastery. So that's all good stuff. I know what you're going through, but Capricorn, but you're, again, just like Sag landing on your feet, you're okay, I'm out of here. It's not out of the frying pan into the fire, it's out of the frying pan and into a better life. Being respected, being loved, doing things you love, moving in a way you love. Good stuff. Aquarius. Well, okay, Aquarius. Did you not go up there? Don't go up on my dishes, please. Come. Aquarius, the world. Four of Coins reversed. Page of Coins upright. The Two of Cups, the Fool reversed. The Page of Wands. Okay. Well, these are weird cards for sure. So the world is always great, really. It speaks to new adventure. It speaks to a new life. It speaks to the world. It's great. It's a good card. And then we have a total contradiction in the Four of Coins reversed and the Page of Coins. Well, the Four of Coins reversed is, I know what I want to do to make money because it's coins. And we have the Page of Coins saying, yes, you can make money doing that. You know, I've always wanted to do this. Well, you can do this. We see the Two of Cups and the Fool reversed. Page of Wands, the Two of Coins reversed. So it's almost like, well, I mean, the Knight of Wands is always new creative opportunities, new adventure, new opportunities. That's what the Knights bring in. They don't just bring in the idea of it. That would be the Page of Wands bringing in the idea of it. But in this case, like, I know what I want to do. Well, you can make money doing that, and this is the job for you. And the Two of Coins reversed. I can pay my bills with this. A lot of times when you leave a career for another career, you know, it's like you start like at a base salary again. That's why a lot of people don't do it. They can't, you know. After you've been doing a job for 20 years, it's very hard to leave a job when you're at that pay scale to start over something new or you're not making the money. And it also could be, you know, just because of the times we're in, I know I need to do, I'm back to work and money's better again, you know. But this idea of the world, it's okay. Now the Two of Cups and the Fool reversed. The Two of Cups is my favorite relationship card because it's a friendship that grows into romance, a romance that comes out of friendship. But then we have the Fool reversed right in front of it. This could be one of those times where two people say, you know, we're like best friends. Could this be more? But it's not. Hey, no. Two people that decide to keep it friends. Two people that it's on hold for now, but not moving forward. Let me just, Ace of Coins reversed. Well, you know, it also could be people that are dating a long time. It's like, you know, make it like to do more, but it's not the time yet. I have the Ten of Coins here. Two people that want to buy a home together, but the money isn't there. It's not the time to buy a house now. Queen of Cups reversed. Nine of Wands reversed. It could be that one of you went back to work, the other one's not back to work yet. So certain plans, certain economic plans had to get put on hold. I mean, that's what it really looks like. Two people, it's just a discrepancy in the relationship and how it moves forward. but it's almost like there isn't the money necessary to do what you want to do, whether it's to buy a new house together, cohabitate together. I don't say anybody losing a house, don't get me wrong, because it's the 10 of coins, but there's delays. A lot of delays there with two people that really do like each other, really do care for each other, but there's just the Fool reversed has it. It's like there's a stop there. There's a block. Something is just not moving forward right now. The Fool reverse is often look before you leap, hesitation. Sometimes it's just a bad idea. So even if it was two friends that were going to like go into an apartment together, it may be like one of you, oh, we were all set to move into an apartment together. We all said we have, and then one person is not working now, and one person is working but can't carry it. It's really a strange. Again, like with Scorpio, I feel like Aquarius, and they're very similar that way. Aquarius and Scorpio, they know what they want. They're very self-knowing, even if they're just a little evolved. You get an unevolved Scorpio. That's a dangerous creature. Aquarius too, reckless behavior. But in general, Aquarius and Scorpio tend to be very self-aware. I can do this, but I can't do that. Well, I'm willing to do this, but I'm not willing to do that. And they're clear about that, both signs. And that's what I'm seeing here. Aquarius is like, well, I can bring this to the table. I'm willing to do this. I'm happy with that, but I'm not going to do this. Like in this case, I'm not going to pay for everything. I can't foot the bill for all of this. Or I know you want to do this, but I don't want to do this. And again, it revolves around home. The 10 of coins is always home. All right? No heartbreak there, no death there. Just, again, delays and possibly deciding, no, this isn't going to, no, we're not going to progress. We're not going to progress. All right, Pisces. Hey. How are we doing over here with comments? Hey, Janice, how are ya? Nicoletta, yeah, huh? Okay. Pisces, Page of Swords reversed, King of Cups, Queen of Swords reversed, the Emperor, Death, Wheel of Fortune reversed. Oh boy. Well, you've got two females here. You got the Queen of Swords reversed, and you got the Emperor. Reading like a mother and a father, Pisces. And I say that because the Queen of Swords reversed is very rarely a very Piscean card, whereas the King of Cups is very water. But this idea of not speaking, not communicating. You've got the King of Cups and the Emperor, man trying to be responsible. Now, it could be Pisces. Are you with a man who's got a woman with children, his ex-wife, someone, and it's like she is not understanding and not being willing to negotiate this idea of a very difficult, manipulative female. The Death card and the Wheel of Fortune, it's like either she's cut off all communications. If it's a parent, you might not be speaking to the mother, but you're speaking to your father. It's in this case, it's the man who's trying to be the right thing, to be responsible. Let me tell you, I read for men. I read for men who are paying their child support, who are doing everything right, and the wives are manipulated with the children. I've got men that I read for that work a long day, come running home. They're in terrible marriages. They're very unhappy. It's in the cards. I'm like, really unhappy, but they've got little kids. And they stay in a bad marriage for the same reason women stay in bad marriages. I can't trust her. She's drunk, or there's something wrong with her. There's a mental illness there. And I can't leave these kids alone with her. So it is always waiting for the youngest to be a certain age, and then I'm out. And in this case, it looks like the man, whether it's the father, the husband, he's the good guy dealing with a very difficult female. If it's your husband, it's his mother. or your mother or his mother-in-law. But it really, and there's no communication. There's no fixing this. I mean, literally, the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune reversed is just Five of Swords. It's almost like get a lawyer. It could be, again, given the climate, let's say a man who says, listen, I've been out of work. There's no money. I can't pay the child support. And this is a woman who says, I don't care. I'm taking you to court. I want my money. It's like, it's that simple, you know? And there are, but it definitely reads like the female. Queen of Swords reversed is the one who's being very unreasonable, not willing to negotiate, not willing to communicate, and possibly, again, court, Five of Swords, Chariot reversed. Man. Moving forward. Anybody, is this resonating for any Pisces out there? And it could be. Looking at this, I mean, it could be a Pisces who just says, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. But usually the Queen of Swords reversed is not a very nice person. Thanks. And the idea of going for outside help, the Five of Swords, not being willing to go on any further, it's really like I'm done and I'm out of here. Three of Coins reversed. Money is a part of that. The lack of money coming in. It's like I'm selfish behavior, not sharing. Or it could be a female who says, I don't care. I'm just going. I don't pay me child support. I'm out of here. And I've seen that too. She's like, I'm negotiating with you. I've had enough, and here's how I'm handling it. I'm going to do what I want to do, and don't pay me anything, but I'm out. Could be that. But again, I don't. She's not leaving a terrible thing. The Emperor and the King of Cups. Yeah. I don't know. Again, it reads. So Pisces, if this is going to speak to you, maybe it's somebody you know. Maybe it's a friend or a family member where, you've got the female who's really being the difficult one, and the male who's really pretty nice and trying to be patient and trying to, the hangman, like just give me a little more time, or I'll wait while you figure it out. But that's how these cards are reading. They're very, not that easy, but it is. Yeah, I mean, the love is coming from the part of the male. Three of Cups. I'll wait for you. I'll figure it out. Listen, it could be a female who's cheating or having an affair or not behaving properly. And then the male is like, I'll wait. You figure it out. I love you. All right. Well, is your sister difficult, or is your mom difficult and your father's more easygoing, more accepting? It'd almost be like, here's a great example. Let's say the kid was gay and the mother was like, I can't accept this. I will not accept this. And the father's like, I don't care. I love you no matter what. I love you unconditionally. And the mother's like, it's so funny because I'm watching on Netflix. My son and I are watching The All-American or All-American. And there's actually a character like that. And she's a young gay Black woman and her mother's a fundamentalist Christian. And when she comes out to her mother's like, no, it goes against everything I believe. No. And the daughter's like, what do you mean no? She goes, I'm saying if you're going to do this, get out of the house. And she literally, and then the father's trying to get her back. So yeah, so it speaks to that. But it's really where the man is the voice of reason here. And the man is the one who's responding with kindness. Anything, Aaron? Does that resonate? Let me throw one more card. Nine of Swords, anxiety. Just a lot of anxiety around it, around two very different energies. And in this case, it really does feel like the male energy is the more kind and loving one. Oh, okay. Does your mother resent that? Aaron is saying that the mother says that the daughter is the father's favorite. Is the mother resentful? Which could happen. A lot of anxiety around it. Anyway, that's what we got, guys. I wish I could tell you we all go back to normal, tomorrow. Um, I have no answers. Trying to make some sense of it myself. I don't like the way I'm feeling about the way our world is going. Anxiety. Okay. All right. I wish I could tell you something wonderful. I'm really concerned with all of it, and I don't want to get into this here, but because it's all on Facebook. I mean, the vaccinations, the currency, the fiscal situation. I will tell you that I do read for Wall Street bankers, commodity brokers. I read for money people, and this has put us back a good 10 years financially. And people are making money out of it. I can't read. I can't read without my glasses on. Normal was never one, huh? But uh, people are still going to make money. People are making big money. And I draw comfort from the fact that if you look at the Depression, I mean, that's when Disney launched, was during the Depression. Um, a lot of companies came in at really bad times. And there's nothing like a lack of money to create creativity. It's easy to throw money at a problem and make it go away. It's easy to throw money at something like decorating a house. Anyone could go to a decorator and say, interior designer, like, I've got this unlimited budget, do my home. I actually read for interior designers in Greenwich, in New York, who have that luxury. They have clients who say to them, the budget's unlimited. Have at it. Can you imagine? Can't imagine, but they do. And they're like, it's like a dream job. They do everything. They just basically do the house. It's usually one of the houses. These are people who have multiple homes and just want it redone. And that's exciting. But anyone can do that if you have that kind of money. But when you don't have money, that's when you get creative. That's when you're working with secondhand stuff and you're painting and and I love that. That's me. Necessity is the mother of invention. That's the saying. This bird's gonna knock over dishes. All right. So I guess creative thinking, creative times. Boy, and I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to bring to the table on this one. I really don't. I'm here if you want to message me on Facebook. I'm answering my calls. I'm taking the calls at work. Text my cell. I'll always get back to you. But I don't. It almost feels, and in my heart, I think it is that there's just two very opposite sides, and it really does feel. And I'm not a black or white person. I'm a gray witch. I mean, I'm in the middle there, but it feels like that pull of good and evil, and I can't tell you which side is gonna. There was a time when I was always like, we'll always be good. We always work out. It's always gonna be okay. I was very Pollyanna that way, and I'm not anymore. I'm not. I'm not sure. I will tell you one thing that, the idea of being chipped, the idea of cyber currency, and that's probably where we're going. We've gone from hearing how dirty money is to how dirty debit cards is, and the machine is dirty. Oh, everything's dirty. Well, Then all that's left is to get the chip in your hand. So you wave your hand over a barcode and everything is handled electronically. And we're already halfway there. Most of us use debit cards. Hey, no. Really, most of us don't carry cash. A lot of us don't. I do. I'm a cash person, but a lot of people don't. And I bring them up. They're like, I never have cash. And it's troubling when they want to buy like 3 sticks of incense. I'm like, just take it, because it's not worth ringing up 3 sticks of incense with the processing fee and everything. But if the only way you can do business is with the chip, if the only way you can access money, if the only thing they're going to take, then you know what? You're going to get the chip. And there may be no option for it unless we're going to take to the streets and protest. And that would be something that have to happen across the country. I did say if we were going to see a revolution in this country, it would be this year in 2020. And people are very unhappy. So we're going to see what happens. But I'm not as optimistic as I once was. And I feel there's a lot of people going to be revealed. And I said, listen, reveal. Capricorn, Saturn moved into Aquarius briefly and then retrograde back through Capricorn right through the end of September. So pretty much bringing us almost to the election. And it's like one of those big combines that digs up those big ones. They're like huge. We see them in commercial farms. They're just digging up the soil, like turning around and going back down over that soil again. So anything that wasn't stirred up is getting stirred up or getting stirred up again, or nothing's being allowed to rest. So those issues of pedophilia, issues around currency, vaccine, disease, politics, all of it is just, bam, it's still there. It's not resolved. And I'm seeing it on a personal level. I'm watching people, and I'm watching it on the bigger scale. People are being revealed. People are being exposed. And in the spiritual realm, the false guru, people are like, well, wait, let's just say, for example, the churches. Some of the churches that are doing the televised, but they want to have services because why? They can't pass the plate. And so we're like, oh, are you in it? What are you in this for? If you can't pass the plate, you don't want to do a service televised, right? And we're also hearing reports of certain preachers, ministers that are saying, they want the stimulus check. Don't you still tithe? The same people that were taking SSI checks are like, well, part of that is for the church. The idea, and I'm again not saying right or wrong. That's their rules. You belong to a club. You play by club rules. Hey, but the exposure comes on the world stage. So, and it's not playing out well for a lot of people. I'm going to leave it at that. All of our schedules are upended. I am not even tired, but I'm finding myself up till 4 a.m, getting up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and the days are just kind of rolling one into the other. It's a very strange time. Anything you can do to maintain some kind of structure. The kids are like that with their homeschooling. It's upended. And of course, I'm getting the nightmares, the weird dreams, the house feels unsettled, and then in some cases it's just the opposite. Things are calm. This is a wonderful time. There's no anxiety because the kids aren't in school, and so they're happier, and everyone's adjusting to this differently. And we'll see how it shakes out. Okay, guys, I will talk to you soon. Everyone behave, and I will see you next week, okay? Bye.